You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
Alrighty.
Oh gosh, it's a disaster tonight. But can y'all hear me now? Thank you for tuning in.
Yep, we can hear you.
All right. Thank you for tuning in. Another episode of the Forcast. Myself, Wilks HRap, King Dark. I talked to him. He will be back. We just had a show over at Mr. Keoghan's recently, and he did say he is on his way back. But apologize for the camera issue tonight. But tonight's review, Crime 101. It's available right now on Amazon, and it's a top 10 right now on Amazon. So definitely, I would highly recommend checking it out. I think it's a good movie. We're gonna tap into it tonight, though. You can give your thoughts and opinions of the movie like you always do. But HRap, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Good,
man. Wilks, how you doing?
Doing all right. Doing good. I'm good. Got my nap in.
Yeah, I hear you.
Got my nap in.
All right, so Crime 101 starring Halle Berry, who not in as many films as she has been previously, but it's a 2026 crime thriller film starring Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Barry Keoghan, Halle Berry. It's written by Bart Layton, also starring Corey Hawkins, if you remember him from The Walking Dead. He was also in Straight Outta Compton, and then Nick Nolte. So got a variety of characters, and looking forward to you guys' thoughts on it. So let's get into some initial thoughts. Crime 101. I'm gonna come to you, HRap.
Enjoyed it. Really enjoyed it. Great movie. It was unique in some ways, and in other ways, it was typical. But I really enjoyed it. Worth the watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. I enjoyed it. I watched it with my wife, and she enjoyed it. One of those films where we've seen, we talked about this before. You've seen this story, you've seen it before, but the way they delivered it and the way they went about it, I felt like really was a creative way, and you got to see pretty much the reunion of the Marvel universe with Hemsworth and Halle Berry played Storm back in the day, X-Men, and then Ruffalo. So yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. Look.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. There was like a crime. There was times where it was like a crime noir at times. It's a little heist situation, some heat. I mean, we've seen these stories. We've seen these crime movies. We've seen these movies where, hey, I don't think certain people need certain power, so we need to chop them down a little bit, or need certain fundage. But at the end of the day, there's also a story where it's like, I don't want to keep doing this. I really want to get away from this after I make my one big heist kind of thing. So, we've seen this. I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good for what it was. I mean, I dug it. LA was a nice setting. It could have been Chicago, it could have been New York, could have been Miami, anywhere. I mean, it's a big crime, deal. So, but LA, of course, is going to be that spot. But no, I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think they did a good job at look at that. It's a miracle. The camera does work. It's a miracle. But they really, I think, showed the scenery well. But you got to do that in LA. You got to show the water. You got to show the different places that people are aware of and that know. So yeah, I was definitely feeling it. Chris Hemsworth, who's been in a ton of films. Most people have seen him in something, at some point. But it kind of opens up with an interesting feel of like a calm app or like I guess it was like a yoga app or something, which really threw me off. I don't know what y'all thoughts was on that, but that threw me off. Like, you are awake now, and now you're going to.
I've seen stuff like that before in those French films where it's an assassin, but yet it's like they're trying to remain calm, and even though they've done some brutal things, but it's like they still need this symmetry or something. But
right,
yeah,
you're a legit criminal, but you need the calm app to wake you up.
Right. Yeah, no, I've seen some things like that before, and I've seen some old school cartoons like that where it's like he's a villain, but yet he enjoys classical music or relaxing, so like that. But
he's doing a heist, but he's got opera playing in his headphones.
Yeah,
that type of thing. Did that throw you off?
Not at all. I mean, at the end of the day, criminals are people too. I mean, they just, it's like Wicked. I'm the villain because of my circumstances, not because I'm not genetically predisposed to be some wicked individual. So no, man. And then if you think about it, you need to be calm, especially in the way in which he was committing his crimes. You need to have a very relaxed. You can never overreact. The very first heist we saw in the film, he needed to be able to stay at this level.
Right. If he be able to do what he was doing.
Right. So it played, and then yoga and the calming effect of anything played a very large role in this, simply because everybody was trying to get to his level of calm throughout the entire film, and it was a reoccurring theme. So I really dug it.
Yeah. Shout out to I haven't seen her in a minute. Shout out to Benita A. Whitfield. I think you got the A in there still. Thank you for tuning in. The artist currently and formerly known as Benita A. Whitfield.
He probably been backup on that new Jill Scott album. That's why we ain't seen it. Still backup on that new Jill Scott album. That's why we ain't seen it.
Yeah, pressure.
Yeah, man. She know that backup.
Yeah. Well, thank you for tuning in. We appreciate the support as always. Doesn't go unnoticed. All right, so we already kind of talked about it, but the plot, it's a heist film. Diamonds involved. You know what that comes with. You trying to get away with some of the best. You trying to get away with that last heist to kind of put you away and you be able to do your thing. What y'all think of the Nick Nolte character in this, Wilks?
It's always interesting to see Nick, because the last time I think I saw him was in Warrior with Tom Hardy and I can't think of the other gentleman, but he was like the dad, but old boxer, I think retired, something like that. But he may have been in some other stuff. But it's always interesting to see him. Like I told you, he's gonna mumble his lines. That's just him. Yeah. But then of course he's had hard times outside of the studio and off the film, so it is also played on the way he acts now. I mean, I'm curious. Like I saw him shaking too. I'm wondering if that's just a character or is that him in real life. But When he would like answer the phone.
I'm thinking maybe he's got something that he's dealing with, probably.
But I found at first I thought they were going to reveal that these two were brothers. I thought the way he made it seem like the guy on the motorcycle and Chris, it made it seem like they were. I was like, don't tell me this is the dad, But yeah, it was an interesting character. I just don't know he wasn't in there long, but it's like kind of like I got you on this last run, and he just kind of disappeared after that.
Yeah, it kind of made me think of maybe that was like his foster dad, or I'm the guy that kind of help you, get to where you're going, and I've helped you this far, so don't turn your back on me. Kind of like one of those types.
Yeah.
But
because he brought in the guy on the motorcycle. Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was saying, your thoughts on the Nick Nolte.
On the Nick Nolte character, this is what drew a direct connection to the movie Heat. It's the same thing. It was what's his name? What's her name? Angelina Jolie's dad. I can't think of his name right now. He was playing that role. It was an interesting character, and it just shows you you have no friends in crime. Look, you're here to do a specific job.
Right.
And if you're not doing that job, we're gonna replace you. And we don't really need you to do this, but you do it well, but we can get somebody else to do it. And that's what I seen. That's what I got out of Nick Nolte's character.
Yeah.
John Boyd.
Right. John Boyd. There you go. And then when you look at he almost felt like, man, you starting to get soft. Like you don't really want to do this job. I think he named it something in particular. I don't remember what he said, but you getting shook. So I need to get the young talent to come up. And man, that dude was reckless from the jump. When he went in and did that bank robbery, I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, everybody get down. I'm about to shoot somebody. Shut that baby up. He didn't have that calmness like he was talking about.
I was about to say he was the one who needed the calm app.
Right. Yeah, he was the wild card, man.
I'm like, man, when this guy gonna die? Now he ended up dying at the end. And I'm like, this is one of them characters. And y'all watch movies where you're like, when is this particular person gonna die? Yeah, I'm tired of this person.
Yeah, right.
It was like as soon as he came on the scene, I was tired of him. Mm-hmm. But you needed that type of character to, I think, continue to do the story. Right. And they kind of end up going up against each other. But that guy's a pretty good actor as well. He's been in quite a few things.
I've seen him in some things. Yeah. I kept mixing him up with Ezra Miller. Is it Ezra Miller? He played the Flash. I thought it was him at first, but I was like, oh no, it's not him.
Yeah, it does kind of look like him. Yeah, you're right.
At times, yeah.
Right. You're right. All right, so Halle Berry's in this film. Does she still have it? Acting wise, attractiveness wise, does she still have it?
I think it's the roles and maybe how they write her sometimes. I mean, I think when she's not the action heroine, she's not the distressed mom at the call center. Like that one movie, I think it was not. Right. But I guess she's. I would like to see her. They're expounding on these other characters in the Wick universe. I'd like to see her character expounded a little bit, but she seemed a little bit more fast paced and loose in that one than with the dogs. It's kind of like that was her space. But I don't know. I guess these dramas and things like that. I guess she could do more of them. It was an interesting take on her though, because it was like. They focused away from the insurance firm, and it was just kind of like, then just her. It was kind of,
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how is she going to be tied to this at all? Because she's doing insurance. Right. Later on they connected the dots, but I think she definitely still has it. I think she's up there as probably one of the, at least in my generation, one of the best female actors in all the variety of roles that she's done.
We watched her in that boxing movie. What was that boxing movie?
HRap turning his head like this.
What? Well, just listen. Hey.
I thought you was thinking something like.
No, I'm listening. I'm just waiting my turn.
But yeah, give me your thoughts. Halle Berry still got it.
Well, actually, she has it better in my opinion, and you can tell you can tell these characters. They did a great job weaving these characters into each other, and I think Halle Berry was the perfect person for this because let's not forget. At one point in her career, Halle Berry was just known as a pretty face. She wasn't even. I remember it was Strictly Business. Was the first movie I ever seen, and it was old boy who played son-in-law on the Cosby Show and Tommy Davidson, and she was just walking around being nice looking, and she couldn't play dead in the cowboy movie at that point. Right. And I think she's a much better actress. And Halle Berry again was the perfect person for this simply because in this movie, she was being exploited. It was showing the exploitation of women in the workforce. We will use you until we use you up. And when we can no longer use you up, we'll pass over you and treat you like yesterday's news. Halle Berry is 59 years old. She's either 58 or 59 years old, playing a 53-year-old woman who, even though she was extremely talented at her job, clearly we use you for your looks, and the dude even said it. So it was a perfect role for a person who's aging, and I actually think she looks a little better with the 10 or 12 pounds that she put on, I believe, for the role, because she wanted to look a little like somebody on the other side of the cutest lady in the office. So I think it was perfect for her.
Yeah, and to agree with you on that, I think when you have somebody that's aging, and you should do roles that fit them, and they did. I mean, they did a great job at it. You could see how she was with her approach to her clients. You could see how she was when she was being passed over, and eventually she just came at the guy because he was just being an a-hole. But it was well casted. But yeah, I was looking forward to seeing her in this film. To kind of see how she would roll with it.
Yeah, because I'm really not I was really not a fan of her ability of acting up until recently, because like she was hit or miss. There's a couple movies that she was horrible in, and then you got movies like Swordfish, where she was great. She was playing the sex pot, but she played the role excellently. And then you got movies like Boomerang. They dumbed her down. She was at the peak of her. Halle Berry's the most beautiful woman in the world, and they took her beauty down a stage in that, and she did excellent in that. And then she had a couple movies that you were like, yeah, they should have put me in that instead of Halle Berry.
Yeah, I would have been ready to play alongside her. To love it.
She definitely a long way from Boomerang and Bat. I can tell you that.
That one, I don't know, man. That one must have been a favor. Well, Babs wasn't a horrible movie, but I just in that particular role, she showed some range for sure.
Yeah. Robert Townsend said he asked her to do that specifically because who she was. I mean, you think about it, man. She's universally at that point known as the most beautiful woman in Hollywood. She's white guys was digging her, black guys was digging her. She was the thing, and you took her all the way down to this chick that's just super hood, super ethnic. And that was so. It's another role that she played that she was just the total opposite of Halle Berry, and that's when she played the crackhead in Jungle Fever. Right, and she just took her out of her traditional role. And actually, I like it when they take her out of that role as just the prettiest girl in town. You gonna be, and I don't want her to be like in the boxing movie. She was just the most athletic chick in the world, and I'm struggling through this. I like it this way when she's playing a dramatic role, and she's playing a role in which every woman in America can relate to her. You're a nice looking woman, and you start to age a little. That's why Dr. What is his name? Dr. Hollywood or Dr. Floyd or whatever his name is, who putting butts and lips and breasts on these women. That's why he's a millionaire, because people get caught up in what you look like instead of who you are. And I'm really digging this elder Halle Berry. I'm really digging that.
Yeah. And I agree with you 100%. I mean, you can't play. I don't think it's fair to actors that they just play the same role their entire career. Like being able to show what they can do, even at the age that she's at, which is not a bad thing at all. And she's just showing she can still do it with the best of them. So, shout out to her. I enjoy seeing her in this film. I think she, showed who she was, and she showed again her, the talent. So for me, this had some Crash similarities. I don't know if y'all seen that. But what were some other similarities that y'all seen watching this film?
Well, Wilks mentioned Heat. This was very Heat adjacent, from the Nick Nolte character, from the I forgot the dude who played Thor, from that guy's character. It's the exact same thing. It was, but I like the way they, because let's just be honest, Hollywood does not create original movies.
Oh yeah.
Well, they rarely create original stories. I don't know why they won't do it, but if you want people back in the theaters, flood the theaters with original scripts and original screenplays, and we'll go back to the theater because people our age, we'll go back to the movies because that's how we were trained. Right. We were trained to do that.
Go to the theater,
We were trained to the theater, and it's an experience. But if you're just gonna remake Star Wars, if you're gonna remake Lethal Weapon, you're gonna remake this and remake that and remake just a different. You're gonna give me the same story with a different person. I don't want to see it. Yeah. But this was an old story remix. I'm gonna call it the Diddy of movies. We've seen this story 10 million times.
Take that.
We're gonna put a different beat behind it. Damn, and it was a wonderful situation. I enjoyed every minute of this because I we're gonna talk about it later. My favorite thing was the end. The very end of the movie was my favorite part because when we get to that point, I'll say this now. Everybody who's ever gone to the movie and watched a crime drama or a thriller like this wanted that ending. And we never got, that's the first time we ever got that ending.
Yeah. We wanted that ending for Denzel in Training Day.
Exactly. Right. We wanted that. That's the ending we wanted, man. Nas mentions it in a song, and when we get to that point, I'll bring it up.
The similarities for me were definitely Heat. It even made me compare Swordfish to this movie because Swordfish was a fast-paced cyber tech.
Right. It was a lot going on.
There's a lot going on, but when I was reading more, it said this one was more of like a slow burn kind of melodic thinking. So as I was watching, I immediately thought about Swordfish because I was just like, this is giving me Swordfish vibes. But a lot of big names tied to that one. But it was one of those things where I definitely got the suits reminded me of Heat. They're not out here looking raggedy, man. They in the Tom Ford, knocking in the jewelry store, But hell, I even told Ben, man, I had to pause the movie to go wash my car, man, because when they pulled out that black Chrysler 300, I was like, okay, I get it, man. My car is dirty, man. Let me go wash my car, man. I was like, the car's too clean, man. I was like, okay, I gotta go wash my stuff, man. But it was definitely one of those crime. Once again, like I said, that noir feeling for me, being watched black and white crime dramas or ones from the 80s and even the 90s and currently. I think it's just there was something actually I was watching that was talking about the history of like crime movies, and I can't remember what it was on, but it was just talking about how you pull from those elements, you pull from those. It might be a long rainy scene. The guy's walking home by himself, and it's he's setting up. They're setting up. Maybe somebody's going to ambush him in the apartment. That kind of thing, Just like where Halle Berry got ambushed in her apartment by the guy on the motorcycle. I mean, whoa.
Yeah, we've never seen that.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So
and a lot of times it seems like in some heist movies the aggressor, so the young guy, is normally how the heist ends up going. Normally how the bank robberies end up going. Yep. And the Chris Hemsworth character was just he didn't kill anybody. It's like he had a conscience. The other guy was just like, I don't care. I'm trying to get this at any means necessary. I don't care who dies. I don't care what it ends up. but Hemsworth had that kind of like calm demeanor where people were, they would believe like, okay, yeah, this guy is the carrier, or this guy is nice, or which is what you want.
Right.
But I feel like that was like a flip to what we've seen in previous films.
And that aspect of it is exactly what I was speaking about with the Nas character. He said, "I'm always at the crib chilling. I put on the flick and root for the villain." Chris Hemsworth made you root for the villain.
Yeah, right.
I'm digging this guy because he was meticulous. He was he's methodical in his playing of this role. He made you root for him because it was about the job. It wasn't about hurting nobody. It wasn't about destroying anything. Like even in Heat, remember, they got on old boy because he killed that dude in the first scene. He was like, "Look, Charles, we don't do that. We here for the cake, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah.
And
give me the loot.
Yeah, give me the loot. Yeah, man. Shout out, of course, to Mark Ruffalo because he's always good at playing those disgruntled characters. They're all kind of like, he reminds me of Columbo. If they ever did Columbo again, Mark Ruffalo is Columbo. This dude, the way he acts, down on his, not really maybe down on his luck. He knows his stuff.
Oh, well, he was.
I guess he was, but he was, but it's almost like because they definitely wouldn't let him get a shoe in to anything. But the typical down on his luck. I got a dog. I got a cat. My wife don't love me. You know, I tried to solve this murder mystery. The guy got away, whatever kind of thing. But he is good at playing those roles. He has a movie, right? A TV show on HBO that I can't think of the name right now.
CIA.
But what's that?
CIA.
Yeah, it's the Tusk. Is it that is it Tusk? I think he's playing the FBI or CIA agent. Or something. Yeah. It's a
Task.
Oh, it's called Task. I thought it was like Tusk or something, but Task. I heard that's another. Once again, he's in those roles where it's like I got to catch this guy. I got to prove myself. He's got another show that came on a few years ago where he's playing two different people. He's playing a brother that's kind of like, I don't know what disease or what mental unbalance he has, but then he's the brother that's trying to always hold it together. So he's playing two different characters. It's crazy. It's like they're twins. One's got a mental issue, and he's the one that's like, man, I'm barely getting by out here, man. So Mark Ruffalo's good at those roles. And he's good at other things, but he just takes those roles on, and he just does really good. He does really good.
Yeah, he always plays that kind of role, even as Hulk. When he wasn't Hulk, he was just
even as the scientist, he's kind of like
He was just like, what's going on?
What do you mean?
Yeah, but that's his niche for real. Yeah. He's got that down.
Yeah, if they ever did Columbo, he's Columbo, man.
Yeah, and then he had the prototypical detective cop named Lou. I'm like, was he just calling him Lou? Was his name actually Lou? It looks like his name was actually Lou.
I mean, it could be. I mean, that could be related to any kind of. Like I said, I love me some good crime movies that are in black and white from the 70s, 60s. Those slow drag, Casablanca kind of things. I'm down with it. But he's definitely got that thing going on. It could be anything from those. I mean, Kojak and all those. Anything. He's probably pulling from that.
Right.
And what I like about Mark Ruffalo is he clearly pays attention to what he's doing. I've never seen him in a bad movie. I've never seen him in a movie and go, that's trash. No matter what he's in, he's almost like Gene Hackman. You don't see the character. You just see Gene Hackman acting like that.
Yeah. I don't think Gene Hackman was acting in The Firm. I don't think he was acting in it. Even what was the one with him and Will Smith? Enemy of the State?
Enemy of the State, and another one is when he played. He was in the Western, and he was just a.
Oh yes, yeah. He just got that. Like, is he like? Did they even give him a script?
Right. It's like, man, I'm just here, man.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, man. Yeah,
man, play like Luther.
Right.
Yeah. So, and when you think of Chris Hemsworth character, which he was Mike / James, the thief. Just how he was, again, not wanting to kill anybody. He had the opportunity to kill people plenty of times, but he chose not to. But he was also just like paranoid. I mean, when you were a thief, you're paranoid, but he had a different. It's almost like he had a different level of paranoia. It was like his conscience more than it was, I'm afraid of somebody coming after me.
Yeah, he had a crisis of conscience throughout the entire film.
Yeah.
And I think it was triggered by the gunshot because he knew this is getting to the point where I may have to kill someone. And and that's what again, this is what takes me back to the very beginning that you mentioned. When you see this, right? You see, hey man, I don't really like it's the backstory like with Wicked. The wicked witch is not really a bad person. She's just doing, due to certain circumstances, I a bad light. And that's what he was. Look, man, I'm here to rob. And after a while, I think that triggered him. This gunshot, and he shot through the car, through the window, and everybody just stopped. And he was like, man, I almost killed somebody. I'm here for the bread. I'm here to get paid. I'm not here to hurt people. And that's when you realize, because you can rationalize anything. You can, like the old Teddy Pendergrass song, you can hide from yourself. You can't hide from yourself. Everywhere you go, there you are. He had rationalized, hey, I'm gonna keep this calm demeanor, and I'm doing jobs. I'm not really stealing. And then he realized this could turn into a murder.
I think his life flashed before his eyes too.
I could be.
He just sat there and looked. I'm like, dude, like this dude could fire a shot again, and it would have been over with. Let me get to this. Well, he's really good in the Now. You see me movies. Yeah, Now You See Me movies. Yeah, that's is that Ruffalo too?
I think he's in the last. I don't know if he's in. I think he's in all of them or the last two or something like that. I could be wrong, but he's in those.
Yeah. No, he's in the first one and the second one.
That's what I think he's in the series.
But man, he's definitely got it.
Oh yeah, because he's one of the crew. That's what it is. He's a part of the crew.
Yeah. So let's go to, this is according to IMDb, top heist movies. Do we agree or disagree? First one is Heat, and we've already all said that. Then they have Die Hard with a Vengeance. Was that a heist?
No, that was the one with Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, I don't think they were doing a heist in that.
It says heist bank robbery.
Heist movies, all of them. Because remember, they were still in the documents in the first one. The second one, they were still in the gold.
Yeah.
I mean, still, James Evans was still in something. In the third one, they were still in gold with Samuel Jackson. So, I guess, I mean, I would rank this higher than any of the Die Hard films, and I like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah. Next one, they have go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, I was gonna say I felt like this one wasn't really in the Die Hard vein. I felt like this is in like I said, the crime noir, the detectives, getting close to solving it, then it slips away kind of thing. And that's just me. But you can go ahead and read the list. I'm interested to see who's on the list.
Yeah, so 3 is The Italian Job. I would agree with that one.
Gene Hackman's in that one? In the original? Is this are they doing this a remake?
Nah, this the one with Donald Sutherland, Wahlberg.
Yeah, that's right.
Mark Wahlberg. He was
Ed Norton.
It's the remake.
Was F. Gary Gray.
Yeah, it's the remake.
Charlize Theron.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next, The Bank Job. This was in 2008. I don't remember this one at all. It's a Jason Statham.
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool. That was cool.
You can't put no Jason Statham movies in the top 5. I'm sorry.
It's all right. The Bank Job wasn't bad. I mean, it should be at the top. And I don't want to hear the rest, because if they don't say this one movie, I'm done with the whole list. The list is trash if they don't say this one movie. So go ahead and finish.
Inside Man is number 5, which that was that was good.
They got to go back further. They got to go back
top
further
5.
than this.
Yeah, I was about to say, man.
Yeah, and they're not saying top 25 in a certain amount of years.
If Uptown Saturday Night is not on this list, then
I'm gonna keep going down. Point Break, Ocean's 11, The Town. The Town was good. That was
dope.
I don't know if I would say top 10.
How old is this list?
I would give it. I would give it. Yeah.
They're not going anywhere past. Well, they got one. They got one from 1975. Dog Day Afternoon. That's 17 on the list.
That's Al Pacino. Yeah. That's a decent movie, but that was kind of mundane because this man spent the whole movie in the bank.
Hey, well, that was like
Inside Man.
Inside Man. He spent most of the movie in the bank.
But Inside Man had another story. They had several stories going on. They had the Holocaust going on, and then they had the cop thing going on, and the bureaucracy of the police going on. There was a lot of other ancillary stories with that. The other afternoon, Al Pacino sitting in the bank going crazy.
Reservoir Dogs. That's at 23 in the top 25.
So keep reading, Rick.
All right, let me keep going down. So 9, Den of Thieves. That's 2018. Baby Driver, number 10. Hell or High Water. That's a 2016 film.
It's a good movie.
Okay. Chris Pine. Now You See Me. That's 12. Fast 5. That should never be on any list ever on Earth. The Score. And maybe they're going off I don't know what they're doing here. Entrapment. Number 15. The Dark Knight. That's not but I guess you could call that a bank robbery movie, but
no, hell no. That's bad.
Wrath of Man.
Joker, with the money.
Wrath of Man, 18. Ronin, 19. That's De Niro.
OTA, all those guys. Yeah.
20 is A Fish Called Wanda. That was 1988.
What stop?
Jamie Lee Curtis and Kevin Kline. I can tell you with those two names right there. Should be on that list.
A comedy crime movie?
Yes, knock it off.
I never seen it. Snatch is at 21. Thomas Crown Affair, 22.
Get the freak out of here, man. Thomas Crown Affair, top 5.
Top 25.
Ain't no way in there. Man, either one of the time with Steve McQueen or with Pierce Bronson.
Right.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. That was just a 1998 Guy Ritchie film. And then number 25, How to Steal a Million. This is from 1966. That is according to IMDb. I don't know how they came up.
You're not supposed to use this word anymore. But whoever put that list together, 30% retarded, man.
Right. That list? Oh, gosh.
I don't know how they came up with that.
Thomas Crown Affair was supposed to be in the top 10. That was the movie I was waiting on. I'm like, if they don't have this movie on there.
What movie was it?
Thomas Crown Affair.
Oh, Thomas Crown. Oh, gosh, yeah. No, that movie should not be that low on the chart.
Not on the robbery movies.
Right.
Golden said, what about Armor? I heard of that one.
You know that wasn't going to make it. Come on now.
Yeah.
That must be an all-black film.
You know that wasn't going to make it, man. Come on.
That on there, but I'm telling you, man, that Thomas Crown Affair, man. Like I said, Thomas Crown Affair, you know it was good when Steve McQueen made it in the 70s. And then he came back in the 90s with Renee Zellweger and my man Pierce Bronson. It was equally good.
Yeah.
You can flip a coin to say whichever one.
Yeah.
So no. Trash as usual.
At least if you got the Italian Job, you don't even have the original Italian Job. You got the remake.
Nah, they got the remake, yeah.
Yeah, man, knock it off, man.
With the Mini Coopers, man,
they probably made crazy. $1 billion.
Yeah, man, stop.
Because folks went out there and started buying them garbage ass cars after that.
Go and say, my mama wore that movie out.
Yeah. That's hard, man. My mom used to watch it all the time.
Yeah, man.
Flat out. So it was all over.
But back to Mark Ruffalo real quick. Playing that detective, you find out your wife is cheating on you, and you're like, well, it's the only one, right? It's the first one, right? She's like, you really want to know? He was about to steal on her. But and then you think of, like, he was so narrowed and zoomed in. This is where the Columbo character comes in at. He was so zoomed in on all the key details of the guy. He knew what his MO was, and the people in the department like, look, man, we just trying to close cases. You trying to actually solve crime, my boy. Right. We ain't trying to solve crime. We just trying to close the case.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I mean, I think his character was great. And then real quick, back to Hemsworth. Playing this so methodical where I don't know, they never showed how he had video footage of the people's houses.
Yeah.
But that was cynical. Like maybe he just went by and took a picture of it, knowing that he wasn't really going to do anything. But that strikes fear when you show your house. That makes you immediately.
And like I said, that's a nod back to the classic movies that we've seen before. It's like, hey man, look, I got a picture of your kids. I got a picture of your wife. Any wrong move, they get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they get it.
Don't use 86 though.
Getting whacked.
What'd you say?
Don't use the number 86 though. You know.
Oh gosh, yeah. Stop.
But no, on a serious note, but this is also the tie-in to Heat, and it also shows you how meticulous you must be to do these crimes. Again,
you're not a dummy.
Right. This ties you in, man. This lets you know. This makes you think. How does he have this information? How long does it take? Who's getting him this information? Going back to the John Voight character. Remember, in Heat, John Voight was getting people's name, address, phone number.
Yeah.
And then in the technology age that we live in, finding video footage of someone's home isn't as difficult as it would have been back in 1996.
Right.
You're talking about accessing a Ring doorbell. You could do that. You could probably, if
you in there,
right technology, you could do that sitting outside of somebody's crib.
Right.
Yeah, the house across the street, if you get access to that. If you got an address in the house across the street and you a hacker,
right,
you good. You all is in there.
Yeah, and the fact that they hid Halle Berry's information on a porn site, it's just like he went to the link.
That was crazy.
It was like he would call whatever porn site, girl said whatever. He went to the link, clicked it. Next thing you know, it's like, she worked here. Yeah,
everything you need to know.
It's that black market, man.
Right, exactly. Now let's talk about that car accident. That car accident happens with the love interest, and I'm like, this is way too random. Me and Eric are both looking at each other like this could come up later on. Is she as a detective or she's involved or somehow? But I mean, it ends up that she wasn't. I thought she was, because he's like, oh yeah, this is just my boss. Well, it was like one of the most generic terms ever. It's my boss's car, and then it's the baby seats, and it's like. So get the car accident. What was your initial thoughts when that happened? You think it was tied to something, HRap?
Oh no, I just thought I think it was just random. It just shows you how small the world is. I mean, because like living in a major city like Chicago, I hate to get all deep, but
it's all right. Hey, you HRap. Be HRap.
You just think about this, man. It's all about energies in the universe and energy, right? If you on the same frequency as somebody, you can bump into them. Like me, anybody who knows me knows I love hip hop culture. I was a break dancer, I was a DJ. That's my music. That's the music I was raised on. So it's been times that I've been in rooms with celebrities and they just walked up to me, and a loose term in hip hop is B. What up, B? Just happened to be my name. You know what I'm saying? So. Right. Chuck Rock walked up to me one night. What up, B? I'm like, what up, dog? And people like, Chuck Rock? Nah, but I ain't gonna be like, do you know me? I mean,
I ain't gonna like make it all weird.
So the reason I brought that up is the universe will draw you towards somebody. Think about this. You ever been walk out your house? How many times do you bump into your neighbors? You rarely bump into
rare.
But you'll bump into one of your friends from high school 4 times, and he like you from the Bay. You'll mess around and bump into somebody from the Bay in Dallas. And you're like, remember when last time I was down there, we at the Juneteenth celebration. About 3 guys walked to me. Hey man, you from the crib? I was like, yeah. So it's the universal energy. That like energy will draw you to somebody. So yeah, it wasn't rare for me. It wasn't crazy for me at all.
Yeah. Wilks?
Yeah, I even had to rewind it a little bit because I thought maybe I missed something, but I think it was just something to kind of get you off the fact that, you know, he's doing crimes.
Mm-hmm.
You got a little distraction.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's that, you know, like you said, that it's the opening of the yoga and the calming teacher. So it's like, this is a part of that synergy. This is a part of that universe. Like, there was even a section where it was just like, hey, she left her number on purpose information. I don't really come to restaurants like this. Let's go get some street tacos. We can loosen up. You know, it's kind of like, I think it just really kind of got him out of that. I got a job to do, but right now I'm in this moment. This is what I really want to do when I hit it big. I don't want to live that life anymore. I might want to settle down or have somebody involved, or hey, this is what I used to do. Don't get too close kind of thing. But I think it was a good distraction. It was weird how he did it, but it's a good distraction.
Yeah, and I mean that's films. That's good theater. That's good theatrics because it makes you think. Yeah. He's always looking over his shoulder. He knows there's somebody after him. He doesn't know who it is. You got the detective. The detective's trying to find a way to figure out who it is. So I mean that's just great theater. I think to makes you think.
Yeah.
And it showed he's human. It showed a human side. Even though this guy, everything that he does, he's still human and is still seeking connection, which we all trying to.
And it also draws that parallel to Heat, right? Because remember, De Niro had the girl at the coffee shop who just happened to start talking to him, and he like, and remember his line in that: never get connected to something that you can't walk away from in 5 minutes.
Yeah, man. Epic movie, man. Yeah. Ultimate.
So, you know, it's just, I mean, man, you know, it humanizes the character because they're superheroes. Let's be honest. When you are a super thief, a super sleuth, or whatever it is, when you're that main character, you're above everybody else. You're just way up here. And when that love interest brings you right back down to Joe Blow. Like, because at the end of the day, as Will said, we all want connection.
Yeah.
We all want that somebody. We all want to be, no matter what you're doing. Michael Jackson, Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson. They didn't get into this to be the most popular person in the world. They said, this is what I do. And I wish I could, like Magic Johnson told a story recently about Michael. He said, man, he went on tour with the Jackson 5. He said, man, you got to come to a Laker game. He said, Mike came to the Laker game. He couldn't watch the game because everybody, he said, Magic Johnson said, I was throwing all time of no-look passes. Yeah. The whole crowd was focusing on Michael Jackson. So that's what this brings it down to.
Side note, I learned something new about Michael Jackson, but not because of the movie. I hadn't watched it yet because I knew the theaters were going to be nuts. But I learned that he was on like 15 different songs, like a backup. But he said he didn't want his name on there to take the focus away from who he was singing backup with on those songs. It was really interesting to find it. That, you know, they always play somebody feels like somebody's watching me. They always play that one.
He wrote that song.
And he wrote it, thank you. So it's like if you look up like how many songs he's been on, like I think it's 15 or I could be wrong. I feel like it's maybe less or 12 or something. But yeah, it's like he didn't want the distraction of the focus to be on him. Like, oh man, you got Michael Jackson on your album or Michael Jackson on your song. He wanted that artist at the time to get the credit because it's like, no, I don't want my name anywhere near this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's dope, man. Yeah. I didn't know it was that many, but I knew he wrote that song for Rockwell. Yeah. Somebody's watching me.
Yeah. I didn't know that, and I just looked it up a few weeks ago because I was curious. I'm like, yeah, it was crazy to see that, and some of the songs that were on there surprised me too. I'm just like, oh, he was on that. Yeah, so it was pretty crazy.
But actually, Wilks, that ties right into this. I want to be seen as a regular guy. I don't want. Yeah. I'm just an artist. I love to sing. I love to perform. Right. I love to perform. I'm not a performer. I'm not a basketball player. That's what I love to do. Can you just talk to me?
Right. Can you just treat me like a regular person?
I think Madonna even said that a few times. She said, like, man, if we had paid more attention to him, but we were all so big and we were pop stars and we were moving so fast. She was talking about one time they just came on just watching a movie, eating popcorn, hanging out.
Yeah.
You know, it's like at that moment, he was just like, nobody was around. People weren't knocking his door down. You know, it was just like, I want to drift away from the world for a second. You know, it's like this talent has got me busy. But yeah, it was interesting to see some of those interviews about Michael when he passed. But yeah, it's like and we all saw it. You know, it's like I said, we always said, you know, this is why he's got, you know, all these animals and all the cars and the amusement park. He didn't really get all that. He can't go to an amusement park. He can't go anywhere. He said, yeah, he can't do any of that.
But so he built his own.
The sad part is, without the surgeries, maybe he could have, because he looked like Joe Blow. He was a very handsome brother, but without that get up.
But now, yeah, it's like, oh man, you got the.
If he just stayed looking like Thriller or Off the Wall, Mike, he probably could have done it because he was so regular looking.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. And I mean, they're already talking about Michael too. They're already talking about they're in development for it, but yeah, just one of those iconic artists that I don't think we'll ever see at that level.
No, I don't see that. I never see that
ever.
No, because for one, people don't focus on their art like they used to, and for two, he was such an exceptional talent. Like Wilks just mentioned, aforementioned songwriting, willingness to be a background singer, the performing, the singing. His voice was an instrument in itself. So we won't see that anymore because nobody is trying to be that.
Right. Yeah.
People want to get rich. They don't want to be respected anymore.
Yeah.
And again,
the best songwriters, they want to be the best artists.
Right. And then it actually ties into this. I am top flight at my job. He was the best crook in LA.
Yeah.
I am, but I don't really want to be known. Who wants to be known for what they do? Right. I am not, like Bill Russell once said, I am not a basketball player. I'm a man that plays basketball.
Yes, exactly.
I'm not a thief.
Yeah.
He's good at this. And that, think about that, man. It depends on where you work in life. You're identified with that. You know what I mean? Like, it's certain people, like at one point in my life, I was a top flight debt collector. Those people in that industry, they see me as a debt collector. I'm like, nah, man. I'm beat.
Right. They see you as what you do, not who you are.
And that's what engages you with this character, because he like, look, dog. Yeah, I walk around with this big gaudy watch. I keep my like Halle Berry. That was the beauty in her character. She had the ability to read any situation, and that also goes. She couldn't step away from her career, no matter what she wanted to, how she wanted to. She couldn't stop being an insurance agent. She couldn't do it. She made it to the top, but I'm still an agent, so I know how to pick things apart. But why don't I see the flaw in what I'm doing? This was a very human and American human movie. The reason I say that is she was only good as she looked.
Yeah,
to them,
as good as his next heist.
Right.
Mark Ruffalo was only good as Will said, as the next case you close. We don't value people; we value what they do. That's why this is a great movie, man.
Yeah. You said it. I agree with you 100%. Now the love interest, who was played by Monica Barbaro, you may remember her from Fubar, if anybody's seen that, which is is a show that you definitely don't take serious. Okay, but it's funny. But I thought she was when that accident happened and she stepped out of the car, I thought she was the lady that he slept with because they kind of look similar. You remember when he
hooker too?
So I was like, okay, maybe they're doing some type of role play or something because it was like she looked way too much like that. But obviously, it wasn't her. But that's what I was initially thinking. And like a person in this particular field or somebody that does this, it's hard for you to connect. And then they gave a little bit of his backstory, like he moved from home to home, foster care. Ruffalo ends up finding his foster mom and ends up calling him, and slowly you can still see like he's starting to unravel, like internally.
Right.
And I think when he finally, the scene towards the end when him and the detective are in the room, that's when it finally was like, okay, I got the opportunity to get away and not do this anymore.
Yeah, man, and that's the beauty. See, again, man, we've made this complaint for 4 years now. The lack of originality in movies is really what's making Hollywood suffer. This gatekeeping, this inability to want to entertain us, they want to control us, and that's what we keep seeing because we got into these characters. When was the last time anyone on this panel or anyone watching got into a character in a movie? Law-abiding citizen. We got into the character that Gerard Butler was playing because we understood, man, somebody come and kill my wife and kill my child, I'm going to blow up the world for them. I'm going to do everything I can to get you. And then, again, taking it back to my life, I remember when I first got into the Dex class, the very first day of training, because you have to go through this training period where you have to learn the laws of the land, and each state has different laws, right? And the first thing they tell you is this: follow these laws, because you don't know who the person on the other end of the phone knows. And this was, man, respect what's going on because you don't know.
Right.
I can't get too close to you because I don't know who you know.
Right.
I don't know what your intentions are.
I don't know what your intentions are. So yeah, man, this is life. This when they infuse real life and real emotion into a movie, it draws us in because we can relate. Now, none of us are cat burglars or anything like that, but we understand the concept of the inability to trust. The feeling as if you are the only person in the world that understands you. Man, that's why I was digging this, man. I had seen it before it was even on the schedule. I was like, yeah, but that's gonna be a good one.
Excuse me. Yeah, it's definitely got the Catwoman Batman vibes. It's like he knows her as Selena Kyle. She shows up to the banquet. They getting to know each other as people, but they masking around at night as vigilantes and a thief. So I mean, yeah, they know. It's one of those things where it's just like you got that same situation. Like he said, I'm this person. This is what I do, and it's like, but at the end of the day, we're also like just trying to keep it down. We know each other. I know you as a person. This is not what you really want. This isn't at the end of the day, you get me. So yeah, it's definitely
they got each other, and that's where the kind of connection came in.
Yeah,
and plus she was being so disrespected that switch flipped. The last time she had that interaction, she was like, okay, I'm about to drop the dime on her now. So let's go ahead and do this.
And that's life, man. I mean, you can only push people so far.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the thing. Again, man, that's why this movie, when you bring in the human element into a film or a TV series or anything, like it's this series on Netflix called Friends and Family. And it's this one scene where his homeboy ended up sleeping with his wife. The story is he made it up to the top in the stock market. His homeboy started sleeping with his wife. He walked in on his home. He made it up to the top, and he in the crib, and he walked in on his homeboy sleeping with his wife.
He just closed the door.
Yeah, he just closed the door and he left out. And then later on in the flick, you know, he let his kids think he's the reason that the marriage. Look, he's taking the L. And then he always say, "Hey man, I know you're on hard times now. Well, if you need some help, let me know what I can do." He said, "Well, I'm about to leave, man. And if anybody need their wife screwed, I tell them to call you." And because you like, I got to eat this. And that's the human element. I can't act the fool in front of my children. I can't even be mad at this lady who stabbed me in the back. So I just got to take this L and go. We've all ate that L before. And again, that's what's so beautiful.
What's up, Keisha? Thank you for tuning in.
Have a good night.
Good evening and good night.
Good evening and good night.
So the ending, or let's say the last 30 minutes of the film. Let's talking about that. So the last kind of 30 minutes, one thing I'll say also before we get to that, I think most heist films are like gearing up towards there's one big heist. This one had like heists leading up to it. So I think it kind of gave you got to see the character. Normally it's, Ocean's 11, all these other ones, they're already going into the film knowing it's one big heist and that's what the whole film's going to be about. This one had some other, but kind of last 30 minutes, they're about to do this last heist with the insurance broker. The guy's getting married. They end up bringing the diamonds. So he pulls up to the airport, and this is probably what you were going to talk about, HR. But he pulls up to the airport, and you're thinking, okay, it's the guy that's carrying the briefcase. It's going to get in the car. It's the detective. He doesn't know. He heard his voice,
right?
But he didn't actually know who he was, which was a nice split and twist to it. I mean, and now you're trying to figure out, okay, how's this about to go down? Because I thought he was gonna, turn her into an alley and just take the diamonds. So HRap, talk about that, man.
Yeah, man. See, that's again, man. They threw us a curve, man, and it threw everybody. If you were in the theaters, I'm quite sure it threw everybody in the theater. It would have thrown everybody in the theater off, man. And you really enjoy the fact that now it's chaos and mass confusion in every corner of this. You got Halle Berry scared for her life. You got my man, he don't know what the next move is. You got the police on the horizon. Dude, this is why I really enjoyed this film, because this was the greatest curveball I've seen in a long time.
And then you got Psycho, character.
Not about Crazy Boy.
Orman, who he about to come in there, guns blazing. Somebody about to get shot. Okay, right. If he in the scene, somebody about to get shot. Or somebody about to get hurt. It's gonna be some type of violence going on. It's gonna be some furniture moving around.
But you know what? Even with him, I knew he was taking the rap the whole flick though.
I figured he was. I figured he was gonna die at some point. He wasn't gonna get the money or the diamonds. He was too reckless.
He ain't big crime worthy.
No, he's sloppy all over the place.
I was thinking, why did the Nick Nolte character go to this guy? I'm like, this dude is young and crazy, but maybe it almost like made me think maybe he was trying to prove a point to Chris Hemsworth, like maybe throwing him alley-oop. I don't know, because he knew this guy was going to end up flaking out or doing something crazy.
I think he wanted him to kill him. That's what I took from. I think he wanted him to kill my man.
Oh,
if you kill him out the way, it severs ties from everybody.
Right.
We can just cut it and move on.
You die, he die, and then we get a better version of both of y'all.
Right. And I get the prize.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, Wilks, last kind of 30 minutes of the film.
Yeah, the last 30 minutes to me, it was kind of hitting that crescendo scene, because even with, once again, the human aspect at the airport, they're driving, talking like the typical film crime movie. You don't know he's the detective. I kind of know you the bad guy, but I'm not sure. But I got a hunch. But I know you the bad guy, but I can't mess up right now. So it's one of those things.
Great character.
Yeah, it's a human aspect again. He's talking about the car he wanted, and he's talking about the life he wanted, and where he was going after that, and where he was from. And I mean, even when they had the classic, as they call it, the Mexican standoff, where it's 3 guns pointed in different directions.
Right.
It's kind of typical. Yeah, it's the typical Yeah, it's the typical kind of like we're gonna go out guns blazing and we ain't gonna make it, something like that. The detective gets hit in the arm, and he the hero, man. He'll be laid up in the hospital or something. The bad guy's dead.
Right, but, eating some pudding or something like that.
Yeah, I think they of course they had to pull the page out and set it off, man. He got the car, got the diamonds, and say he out of here, man.
And did he? He didn't even keep any, right? We don't know. I think he kept a little bit, and he
may have. What's that?
He kept some of them.
Oh, I'm sure he did. Yeah, because then he's like, "Hey, don't open that in here, man. I wouldn't open that in here."
Right? Yeah, really. Yeah. Like, what is it? Somebody not looking for it no more. Right. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and wait.
But yeah, I thought the last 30 minutes was good. Like I said, another human aspect. Just kind of like, man, this guy, I'm down on my luck, but he got these diamonds, and it's like he got the money he's got from a different heist. He go his different direction, disappear, get the girl at the end. Hey, meet me at this address. You know where this is.
Right.
Hey.
Yeah. And when we look at the ending. So he ends up driving to this. It looks like it was a cliff or somewhere in the mountains, and then he looked for a minute, and then he turned around and left. So I don't know if that was.
It was like some kind of 101 Ocean. I don't know what that place was.
Maybe he was just kind of like, I'm free now.
No, remember they were talking in the car. He said he wished he could just go to the coast.
Yeah.
Okay.
And see, that's what I'm saying, man. Finally, the cop said, "Screw this, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this, man.
I don't want to.
I'm gonna take the payoff."
Right,
Barry. I'm gonna take the payoff. I'm
right.
tired of being. Hey, let's be honest, dog. If most people faced with that would take the criminal avenue, a lot of us like to pretend, my character will allow it. All right, man. Well, give me your cut.
Right, exactly. Because, like I said, this is a man down on and like I said, this man's down on his luck. His wife kicking him around, the job kicking him around. I want a Mustang, but I'll take this '67 Camaro. And the odds that it was green, but I don't know if that was a nod to Hulk, him playing the Hulk, but not the right green anyway. Maybe. I don't know. But I like HRap said, I like to see it. I mean, it's just one of those things. It's like, look, man, at the end of the day, man,
I need a win. Okay, I'm losing at all. I'm losing on the job. I'm losing at home. I got the beat up car. I don't know what was that. Brown Dick. What was it?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I forgot what that car was. And of course, the classic. The keys are in the sun visor. All of that's. I mean, come on, man.
The music at the end. It was all perfect. The ending, I think, was perfect. And then when the mail gets dropped off to the lady, to Maya, I thought he was maybe the mailman. They ended up showing him, but I'm like, he just wanted a regular job. Maybe I thought that was him. But it was. I mean, it was well done. Shout out to Tate Donovan. He played Steve Monroe, the wealthy guy. Ended up getting shot in the arm.
Yeah, shot in the arm. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, if you don't shut up, man.
If you don't be quiet, man.
You shoot him, and I'm like, I thought he was dead though, because Psycho, Psycho,
I thought he was too. Yeah,
he got to shoot somebody, whatever the room. And that was another crazy part to the scene, because eventually he's gonna get to that room, because he's traveling to the room. Yeah. You don't know, maybe Chris Hemsworth's gonna walk out before he gets there, and then he ends up getting to the room. He's talking to people as he's going along. So that was a good part to the scene. Ruffalo ends up getting shot. I figured he had a vest. He's a detective, so I didn't think he was dead. But I knew Psycho Kid was dead. He deserved that. He deserved that bullet. Okay, he didn't work hard the entire film for that bullet.
Oh yeah, he tried his best to take that bullet.
Right, he was doing everything possible.
They weren't gonna let him be dead when he ran into that car on that motorcycle.
I was like, dude, just get up and just walk into the building like nothing happened.
Yeah, no, they gonna let that man die like that. Man.
No, he couldn't have died like that.
You don't have another element to the movie if he died. That
right, if he died. Yeah, the person in the car didn't even get out. Or was that car parked?
They pulled out, but then they hit the airbag. But then it looked like AI, but they used somebody. They kind of like laid back and they just kind of cut the scene. It was like it didn't even look like an actual person. They just kind of graphically put somebody in there.
That's when they had those like straw dummies fly up in the air.
Yeah.
All moving around.
Yeah, man. Because the person moved and then they went back, and then it was like,
that was an awkward accident. But so the last question, then we'll get into some final thoughts. What was the point of Crime 101? Now, I seen this question when I was Googling Crime 101, and it's really like a deeper, for me, it was really like a deeper meaning, kind of like Walking Dead. It obviously was about zombies, but the crest of the TV show was, how do you deal with being with people and personalities when it's not the world that it normally is? And this was really about like connection and value. They all wanted some type of value. They all wanted, Halle Berry wasn't being valued.
Yep.
Hemsworth was more of a, I needed a good connection. Ruffalo wasn't being valued. So that was kind of the point. Obviously the heist was the thing in the movie, but you can kind of tell that there was the deeper meaning, which makes it a great film.
I think they said something about Crime 101. Like they mentioned, like, oh, that's Crime 101. Like they said, I don't remember what the tagline was, and I didn't look it up to go any further than that. But like you just said, all these people like intertwined with each other. Mm-hmm. It's like you said, me being a cop or a detective, I need that to survive in life. But I'm really a husband, I'm somebody's son or uncle or whatever. Psycho Man over there, we don't know what Psycho Man was doing. He was just kind of like a wild card. Hey, I'm just on red. I'm in for the quick job and get in, get out. Hemsworth's character is like, this is what I do, but at the end of the day, I want something quiet. I want something less, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess
out of the way.
Yeah, chaotic. I don't want anything. I don't want anything chaotic. And then Halle Berry's like, well, I'm the seasoned vet here, but they try to push me out, but they use me for my talents, my looks, and then ask me if, did you land so-and-so? Like, they asked her a question like that, and told her, because he went to his house, and she, like, had to do, like, the tours or something like that, and they were like, oh, well, you got to go see him where he's at. It's like, oh, come on. It's fast-paced, and at this point, everything's just blurring, and they just want to kind of mellow out. It's like,
right.
Calm down. Yeah. So it's definitely a little bit more to that crime world. But I heard them mention what it was because they brought it up, but I can't pin it back together.
Well, me, I think Crime 101 is the true crime in all of this is the lack of respect that human beings get. You had 3 levels of life. You had civil servant, you had corporate, and you had criminality. Those are the only 3 things we can do in life. Have a regular job.
Yeah.
You could be in corporate America, or you could be a criminal. The criminal ain't getting respected by the people who hire him to do it. I am the best. Think about it. Everybody in this movie was the best at what they did, and they were attempting to replace them with somebody of lesser character and skill. Even the girl who he was dating, she was the best at what she did, and they dismissed her. And she like snitching on everybody. Halle Berry was the best salesperson, and she couldn't get a promotion. They finna promote the new hotshot young cute girl.
Yeah,
and everybody in the room realized it. It was she was getting it on both ends. She was a beautiful woman, and she was a older woman. She was older and a beautiful woman, and she was used up.
And terrible sleep habits.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, looking at that app every morning, man, that makes you stressed.
Man. So this is life 101. It is a crime that in America people are not respected. Again, I am not a podcaster. I'm a guy with a podcast. You guys are not podcasters. Y'all are guys with podcasts, and that's what this was. The true crime is people aren't respected. To me,
that's good.
Right. That's what that one customer said to me today. She had me on the phone for like 30 minutes, but she said she's living on a fixed income and she had some medical conditions. But she said sometimes the people would talk to her like she was human, and then sometimes they talk to her like she just, well, it's not my fault you got ailments or you living on fixed income. It's like, Hey man, you got people out here that's under the undertow, as you will. They falling, man. They drowning, man. It's rough, man. And to hear her talk about how, you think about how they up here cutting benefits and cutting things like this that you need, and she's like, if you could just kind of help me out a little, what can you do for, which I get it. It's like, when you especially for me, and definitely HRap and Ben may remember, but definitely I know, thank God my grandparents were around when I was growing up. I remember people being retired in my neighborhood in the 80s. Social Security was like, this is all I need. I'm just waiting on that check.
Yeah, they were good.
I'm good. Now it's like, it's pennies. But I remember growing up where that was like, hey,
a goal.
Man, this is where
when you were retired, you were retired. It wasn't no, I got to go back to work.
And that Social Security check was.
If you wanted to do something to keep you busy, that was the reason why you went back to work. Not because
to survive.
And SSI, you was killing it.
You was killing it. You was king. You were. I will never forget growing up as a kid and just hearing that and just seeing people fully retired. You work just because you want to work. You're bored now, but that Social Security check was putting food on the table. It was keeping the lights on. If your mortgage wasn't paid up by that time, because like I said, those houses were built in the 60s.
So they $5,000 houses.
Right. So
facts, Golden. Facts.
Now
now you 70 and you working a job you doing Uber.
Come on.
And you doing something else.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. It just shows you how stupid America. Again, man, this is America 101. Because look how stupid we've got. You see people on social media all the time. These chicks need to stop getting SNAP benefits and bruh. If I was the president of the United States, if you're 65 years old, you ain't got to pay for no damn food. You ain't paying no taxes.
Not even a question.
You built this joint.
It's not even a question.
Think about this, man. To piggyback off what Wilk's saying. In the 80s, I remember that because I got in the 80s, I had parents, grandparents, and great grandparents.
Right.
So in the 80s, in 1968, gas was 63 cents a gallon.
Wow.
Right.
In 1998, it was $1.13 a gallon. It's $5 now.
Right.
How could you possibly budget for that? If you 70 years old, there's no way in hell you budgeted for a 500% increase.
Right.
Bruh. I drink the carbonated water flavored with lime flavor. 2 months ago, I was buying 3 12-packs for $9. Not even $5 a 12-pack.
Okay.
90 days ago.
Right.
So don't tell somebody that they need to budget off this. No, man, if you're 65 years old, you should get SNAP benefits. I don't give a damn unless you don't want them.
Right.
You still paying. Man, I broke my back my whole life.
Yeah. I would laugh because I would hear people talking about, it's like, hell, there's a few things. I remember sometimes there would be jokes in the neighborhood because people would be hawking that mailman because mailman could drop his
they would be at the door.
Yeah, and then the other flip side of that, you had to watch people stealing your mail because they knew the check was in the mail. So it was just because they knew, hey, that's a cash cow. That's the link. I'm retired. Now you trying to get rid of Social Security. Now it's pennies. It's barely doing anything now, and it's just like, I don't get it, man.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
I know somebody who
what's going on, Sister Watkins? He said we feed the system.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I know somebody who getting $35 in food stamps. What's that, a day? Would you go? Okay, you can buy a big old bag of rice. You can buy a whole bunch of beans.
Yeah.
And then what?
Right. Come on, man.
This administration, as clearly we all aware, has clearly shown that we don't care about the people. We care about ourselves first and second. We not even on the list.
I love it when I always tell my wife, I love it when they say the American people. Who
like,
which American people you talking to?
You talking about everybody in that room? That's what you talking about. The people that are in office. This is what you talking about.
Which American people you talking to? Because here's the other flip side of that. When I see an American person, a citizen, addressing them in the halls of chamber, what are they doing? Oh, excuse me. Pardon. You're not. But you won't even encounter the person, but you'll sit up and say the American people. You're not even trying to talk to the person.
You won't even think about it. They are addressing the American people because the people who wrote that damn Constitution were rich old white men.
Yeah,
they won't even respect the media.
Right.
The media is coming there to help you get your message out that most of them don't even agree with, and you don't even respect them.
Man, when you got a military vet asking you questions in the middle of the hallway and you avoid it, but you'll stand up. We love our military. We love our American. Who are y'all talking to? Because you're not talking to.
What front you putting on
service?
Hey, right.
Really?
Stop it, bro. Yeah, I'm kidding.
Man, Jesse taking 7 psychotic meds daily.
Right. So he's not flipping out of his.
Man told me it took him 3 years to be able to wake up. He came home from Vietnam and woke up, and his brother was like, "Hey, mama made breakfast." And he jumped up and broke his brother's arm. That's my man from Vietnam.
Y'all heard me say it, man. I can't tell y'all how many times I've heard my grandfather in there talking in his sleep. He was in the Korean War, man. I can't even he wouldn't talk about most of it.
Yeah, that's no person is built for that.
Right.
Just like no person is built.
Like my cousin.
You think of concussions. No person is built to keep hitting your hand together like a car accident. No person is built for that.
Yeah. Like my cousin said, they teach you how to turn it on, but they don't teach you how to turn it off.
Not at all. Right. Who want to see people's inside, outside of their body?
Right.
And then you be able to just go home and be like, yeah, I'm gonna work at Home Depot today.
Already at the office.
This dude who saved my life, I just saw his chitlins on the ground.
Right. Come on, let's
chill out. Golden said this administration hates blacks so much they're willing to hurt their own people.
Oh, yes.
And really, it's not even just us, it's poor people. Yeah. They don't care what color you are. If you below this certain, you getting ran over. Who stops medical care for seniors? People that don't have no soul. People that have no care, because they got seniors in their family. Now
they seniors, most of them.
True. Hey, when you think of I keep forgetting this dude's name. The dude that kept falling over every time he would walk, he was
Mitch McConnell.
Mitch McConnell.
That guy.
Man. Anyway.
See? Senior. That man don't know. He don't
know what day it is. He ain't tie his own shoes.
Yeah,
he put his own pants on. I don't know. Like he might as well just be.
They got that man in the back with the sheet over his. They got the sheet.
He got reservations with God.
They got the sheet over his. Yeah, he in the corner, wheeled in the corner, man. Yeah, he got the sheet on his. Man.
He like get out, man. When he shut down, he just like sitting there like this.
That man shut down in front of the world at the podium.
It was like, sir.
Is that Mr. Wonder? Would you like some water? That's bad out here.
Term limits, man. Age limits. You need an age limit. When you're at a certain age, take the keys. You're done, man.
You too old to drive, but you making laws.
You making decisions.
Right.
You make a decision on what this country should be doing.
And another thing that blows my mind is that they don't want to hear no fresh minds. They don't want to hear no new ideas. They don't want to change the way of this is how we look at it. We ain't gonna come back from that. That's what it is. They ain't trying to hear none of that.
Nah, man. We could keep doing it the way we was doing it, even though it's not working.
Hey, man.
And it doesn't benefit the.
It's working. They line up for the wealthy. It's working for them. Yeah. Even legacies, wealthy.
That's why people are saying the system is broke. No, it ain't. It's running like a Ferrari.
Yeah, it's not broke.
It's like that Challenger in this film.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Let's get to some final thoughts.
Yeah,
and man, when he had that Chrysler 300, and he was gone, he was out of there. Like that was the moment. Like I'm shook. Like I need to get I need to get to my safe space.
Yeah, yeah.
He put the cover over that car, and he was like, I ain't never getting back in that car again. That's
he wouldn't have.
He didn't. Yeah, he would. Yeah.
Now, and Ruffalo was so much of I'm trying to solve this. He was just going through random garages. Now, to me, it's hard to believe he ended up finding that car with the tarp. Now, but anyway, he ended up finding it, connecting the dots. How many garages in LA?
But think about it, Ben. How many garages within a square mile?
Oh,
if you rob
quite a bit.
Oh, you're on the 101. That was his link. Okay.
Yeah. So think about it. If you are like I'm just thinking like around where I live. If you rob to Chase by me, you can get to 290. But if you don't take 290, I'm gonna figure out where you are because it's only where I work is the closest garage.
And then one thing you remember, he kept saying there were any cameras on that route.
Yeah,
he was asking about cameras.
Yeah, it would be. But see, that's again, Ben. We are so far away from thinking in movies.
Yeah.
So when we see thinking, we go, "That's a bug."
Yeah. But man, this was final thoughts, man. This was well done. I enjoyed it. I had 30 minutes left. I came home. Me and Erica watched it. She wanted to see the rest of it. The ending was great. Mm-hmm. The camera angles also on the cars. The camera was on the car door. So when you see the camera when the door opens, and that's something simple, but the details, attention to detail.
It intensifies the moment.
Right. The car the window getting shot out, and the guy gives him the gun like, this is my uncle, my dad's gun or whatever. I mean, it was all those details. So I mean, I'm gonna give it a 4. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I told you. That's why I said when I was laying in the bed watching this movie on Saturday morning, I seen that car come. I was like, okay, I gotta go watch my car, man. This car, I get it. My car's dirty. The sun is shining. I was a little hurt.
Yeah.
But I had to go outside and watch my car, man. I was disgusted, but it was one of those things where I thought it was done pretty good. I mean, I give it. I don't know. We doing Mike's ratings too. I don't know. I give it probably 4.5 Mikes.
Okay. Just
because I like crime movies. And I love, like I said, that noir. The slow, as they say, the slow gumshoe. Mm-hmm. I'm all about it, man. I will watch some if they got some on Turner Classics and it's a crime heist movie. I'm watching it, man. I don't care if it's black and white color, man. I'm watching it, man.
And kind of the dark filter that they had over it.
Yeah. I'm all about it.
It was well done.
I'm gonna touch on something Wilks said earlier. I totally agree with both of you guys. I'm gonna give it 4.5. My final thought is an excellent movie, but hey, Wilks, I don't think this movie would have worked anywhere else but California.
Oh, I think so. I think you're right.
Or Florida.
Florida, it would have worked in Florida, yeah. But you couldn't have did it in New York.
New York would have had a different style, but LA definitely Miami, and I said Chicago too. But I think
wouldn't have worked too.
Yeah, Chicago would have had a different style too. Chicago would have had that. My dad was a detective. My mom was that kind of thing. I didn't really get that from here. I just got that gritty, fast-paced, big city. It's Hollywood, who's who. But go ahead. I'm sorry, but yeah.
No. That was it. I mean, I agree with both of y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and jump out the window, man. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Okay. Hey. I mean, it's right. It's right there.
It's done well.
Right there, man.
It's done well.
Did a great job. Shout out to directed by Bart Layton. I have not heard of him before. But,
you know what?
Good job.
There's another movie that this kind of reminds me of, and I'd never finished these movies, but Javier Bardem is in one of them, and it's like he's I don't know if he's like he's like pulling the strings, but it's like this random. And I want to say I don't think it's Chris Hemsworth. I thought he was in there, a younger him, but. It's like a heist kind of movie. And I thought Hugh Jackman was in it too, but
what's the name of that character you said?
It's Javier Bardem is the actor, but I cannot remember the name of this movie that saved my life, but it's kind of a heist kind of movie thing because there's like they take these jewels to him, and he's like, well, how do you think we're supposed to pull this off? And I want to say, like, I thought Hugh Jackman was in it, I thought, but I guess not. It's a pretty good movie, too. It's another heist type movie.
He's a good actor, too.
Yeah.
Javier Bardem.
Yeah, he's good. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up later and share it.
The Counselor?
Yeah, The Counselor. Yeah.
2013 with that crazy hair.
That
was No Country for Old Men. With the crazy hair.
That's what he had the little thing going on. But yeah, he
it
had
looked
weird
like
hair in that one
Uncle
too. I want to say somebody was a cop in that too, that Counselor. But that was a crazy one too. It was a heist type movie.
Yeah. Rewatchability, I would say yes. I'm definitely going to watch this again.
Oh yeah,
this stuff for sure I missed. And it's just one of those you can go back to and watch. It's one of them heist movies that you can watch.
Yeah. It's so layered that you definitely you cannot absorb this the first time. I don't think.
Right.
Yeah,
all right. So coming up next week, we're gonna play the preview here, and then we'll be right back to close out the show. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Thank you for the comments. Shout out to the likes. The Sports Judge. Thank you for the heart on Facebook. Also, Adrian Mason. Thank you as well. We appreciate you. But let's get to the preview for next week.
When I picked this basketball up, it was like picking up a good love charm. Jerry West,
one of the greatest ever played this game.
Olympic gold medal,
14-time All-Star.
He was just another level. This dude, he was good.
Beautiful jump shot.
It's sweet. And winning a lot.
Rush throws it up.
Yeah, speaking the pieces of a man.
All of a sudden, I'm the general manager.
Never deviating from a plan.
One of the greatest GMs in history.
It's no Showtime without Jerry West.
It was just a masterpiece. You could see talent. Kobe and Shaq.
Jerry West made all my dreams come true.
Hurry, way downtown.
It allowed us to have confidence that what we were building was going to work.
But when people look at Jerry West's life, they would say something like, what's wrong with his life? But they don't know. When you've given your life and your heart and soul to this, there's things that you neglect. There is a real, genuine, humorous side to Jerry. And then there is the other side.
It was very sad when he just would go into a shell and not speak for days.
It was a little tough.
I grew up living below the poverty line. I just felt so inferior to everyone.
Those things drove him to search for an outlet. Basketball became that outlet.
And it was an eye-opener. The game of basketball brought me so much, but the good times were far overshadowed by the bad times. I don't know if I can get over this. I really don't.
Being able to transcend your vulnerabilities is what gives your life meaning.
Jerry was a special player, special executive, friend, confidant, mentor.
That's why his life was so meaningful. It's the impact he had on everyone else.
There was this mysterious thing. Was he the logo? Was he not the logo? Never wanted to acknowledge it.
There's a lot of people that could have been the logo.
Nobody else deserves to be the logo.
Doesn't matter who win and lose. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yeah.
All right, man. Coming up next week, Jerry West, the logo.
I started some of that, but yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, man. That looks like a very well done documentary. He's done a lot for the league as a player and as a GM. So
as we talked about tonight, we're gonna get this man and we're gonna get the basketball player. So
right, exactly. It's two sides, man.
Yeah.
You think of that John Candy documentary, which was great.
Oh, yeah, that was good too. Yeah.
And sad at the same time. And we're all pushing to fill that void. Like we're all trying to figure out a way to.
I hope they do a documentary on my customer service talents, man. I hope they just
Hey, you need one for real, man. You need one. We get the cameras like The Office in there. They can
Yeah.
film us. That would be good.
Yeah.
But all right, we got that next week. HRap, anything you got coming up this week?
Well, I got a couple things coming up. Me and Mo gonna unpack tomorrow. We just gonna freestyle tomorrow.
Okay.
And then I'm do this thing later on. It's called Chains of the Mind. I'm talking about how are we? Let me see. I don't want to misquote myself like Charles Barkley did in his book, but I'm talking about where is this at? Mental change is what it's called. I'm gonna talk about screenagers, how people are screenagers, like teenagers, screenagers. I'm gonna talk about the mind control of the screen. And then I'm lack of pride, man, and those the reason we fall victim to these games that we spoke about with these governmental figures. The Raphael Cruz. I'm never gonna call the dude Ted. His name is Raphael. Stop playing with me. Yeah. What's his name? Tim Cotton. And what's oh boy, he don't want to admit he like boys in South Carolina. But they got Lindsey Graham, yeah, Lindsey Graham. And we fall victim to their tomfoolery, man. And then we play this game: Democrats versus Republicans, Republican versus Democrat. And I don't like Obama. What's the difference in the Affordable Care and Obama? We that's why I call it screenagers. This one segment is going to be called screenagers because we are looking at these screens, and these screens are telling us what to think. That's why at what point do we look up and go, huh? Because like with this. And it's not a knock against you. You watching the movie, we so programmed to not think while we watching the movie. We go, man, that could have never happened. And then you think about it, it ain't that many parking lots in a square. It ain't a whole lot. So we're going about 5 different parking lots, see if we can see it. So because you can only get away so many ways. Is you got to park and then you got to walk away. So that took thought. Yeah. Do we have that lateral thought anymore? Right. We don't. Because if we had lateral thought, there's no way you let a reality TV star. There's no way you let a movie star become president of the United States in 1980.
Right.
There's no way you.
That's real quick. That's why I never want to hear people talking about celebrities need to stay out of politics.
Right.
Really, you never bring that up in here.
Like think about it, man. Two movie stars been governor of California. Mm-hmm. And a movie star being president of the United States of America. And you talk about nepotism. LeBron James is the worst for nepotism. And then you used to have a president do the nepotism.
Stop.
Knock it the hell off. So this is what I'm saying, and if you actually had pride in what was going on and pride in yourself, you wouldn't do this, man. You wouldn't allow this to happen because see, if you have cultural pride, like I'm gonna break it down even further. I might even call it race pride by the time I get it on the screen, right? If you had pride in your race, there's no way you would allow the government to take away SNAP benefits. There's no way you allow Medicaid and Medicare. Right. There's no way you allow people will bother with Social Security. Yeah, some people juicing the system, but guess what? You juicing the system. But how is it possible if you have pride in your race? You have pride in your culture. You have pride in this country. You wouldn't allow these things to happen because you would go, well, everybody got a grandmama. Everybody got a mom. And I'm going to be somebody grandmama and mama or daddy, somebody one day. So you don't have any pride. So you don't love yourself. If you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody. And if you don't love yourself, you are nobody. If you don't know yourself, you are nobody.
Right.
So and that's what we're dealing with right now. You got people, screens telling people what to do and think.
Yeah, he is. She said, man, now you are preaching.
No, not me, boy. Boy, you listen to me preaching. Boy, you might get some gas in your drawers, Jack.
Message.
Going down. Man.
Yeah, man. Go ahead.
No, it's just a sad commentary, man. We don't think in this country anymore, man. And like me, I'm going I'm going through a very good time in my life, man. Like the last 5-6 weeks, man. I'm back. I'm back. And, you know,
good stuff. Good stuff.
You know, so
beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is, man. It is, you know. But it's just, man, it just you don't want to help people. It is insane, man. This, you know, y'all heard me speak on this rugged individualism. You know, if God didn't intend us to help each other, why can't I draw? I can't compose music. I can't do a lot of things, but Wilks can fix a car. You came up with this. I came up with things. We all are good at something. Some people, like Sister Phyllis, she could make the sun shine brighter the way she cleans. That may not be her gift, but that's something that she's good at. So she could pass that on to somebody, and that'll make the world a little more beautiful and more tolerable. Some people can cook. Everybody can't cook. Some people are empaths. They are not going to allow anybody to hurt. Some people can preach. Some people can teach. You know what I mean? I run my mouth all the time. I speak in paragraphs. So I'm loquacious. Everybody can't do, we weren't meant to help each other, everybody would be able to do everything. And then at that point, we get rid of it. You know, it's just, man, it's just so many, you know, dead animals create shrubbery. You know what I mean? It's just dead animals feed other animals.
There's a purpose for everything. That's the way God created it.
Yeah, so
we all got something we can bring.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. If everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot, and that's what we've lost.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Man, thank you guys for tuning in once again. In the comment section, Benita A. Whitfield, thank you. Golden, thank you. Keisha also coming through. Sister Watkins also coming through. Thank you guys. All right, have a great night. HRap, go ahead and close this out.
Hey man, thank y'all for tapping in. If you haven't already, hit that share button. Tell a friend to subscribe, comment, hit that like button. Thank you for tapping in. See y'all in 68 hours. Well, actually 166 hours. See y'all 166 and a half hours. 2 fingers, 1 word. He Wilks. I'm Rap. We out.
See ya.